Hey guys! It's been a couple weeks. It's kind of been a busy month, but that's okay. I've gotten a lot of reading done this month and a lot of good reading, I think. It's not technically the end of the month yet, but it's pretty close, and I know about what I'll have finished by the time the month is over. Without further ado, the first book I read in October was I'd Rather Be Reading: A Library of Art for Book Lovers. This is by Guinevere de la Mare, and I came across this book at the library and just thought it was really cute. So I checked it out, and it's basically like a Tumblr for book lovers, but in book format. I think there are 3 or 4 short essays about reading, what it meant to that writer, and then there are just a bunch of pictures of bookish art and bookish Instagram-y type photos and stuff like that. So it was a really quick read and was pretty cute. I rated it 4 stars. One issue I had with the book was that there was one essay about how to read more, and then there was another essay about how we should be reading slower and enjoying what we're reading more than focusing on quantity. The next book that I finished was The Glass Town Game by Catherine M. Valente, and this was the first book I've ever read by her, and it's essentially about the Bronte children when they were young, and it's this kind of magical fantasy world that takes over their lives. That is actually the fictional world they created when they were starting their writing careers and just kind of playing as kids. I was really looking forward to it because I love the Brontes and I've read some of their early young writings, so I was familiar with it all, but still I found I didn't like it, and I think mostly that is because of Catherine M. Valente's writing. I don't know if her other books are like this, of course, but there were just so many puns in this book, and how the world functions in this book is based on those puns. Like the phrase, time flies. In this world that they enter, if you want to get somewhere fast, you have to ride a fly. Because time flies. And it's just so like weird and overly quirky and whimsical, and it was just too much for me. It was just like constant. So many long descriptions of characters that took up like half a page and nothing was even happening. It was just description. And I feel like there was too much of the world in the book, and I would have liked if there was maybe more of a back and forth between the real world and this imaginary world that they have been sucked into, because I really liked the beginning before they got sucked into this world. But alas, this book was just not for me. I rated it 2 stars, maybe 2.5. The next books I enjoyed a lot better, and the first one was Thornhill, and this one just looked really cool, so I got it through the library, and it's kind of a spooky, dark read, perfect for October, and it's a, I believe, YA-ish graphic novel, and half of it is told in just pictures and half of it is told in diary entries, and it centers around this old spooky house. So it was just a really enjoyable read, and I absolutely loved it. It was written by Pam Smye. The next one I read was The Marvels by Brian Selznick. I have this one, I can actually show you. Here it is. This is just such an absolutely stunning cover. I mean, it's just like glowing. And then of course there's the pencil drawing on the back that reflects the artwork on the inside. And I love Brian Selznick's works. I just love everything about them. Each story is different and they're not interconnected, but they're connected in kind of theme and interests, and of course the storytelling method, which, similar to Thornhill, is a combination of just drawings and just text, and 2 different stories being told at the same time that come together at the end. And I feel like each of his books that are in this style were just made for me, but in different ways each time. And I don't know what else to really say about it other than I just absolutely loved it, and I think you should read it too. The last book that I finished already in October was Her Right Foot by Dave Eggers. This one had come up on my radar somewhat recently, and then I saw it at the library, so I decided to check it out and read it, and Basically, it's kind of like on the long side of picture books, but it's nonfiction, and it's all about the Statue of Liberty and how her right foot is moving, meaning that she came to America and she's there to welcome everyone else who wants to come to America. So it's a very timely message and lesson for people learning about immigration and things that are going on in this country right now. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really beautifully done, and I gave it 5 stars. If you follow me on Goodreads, you've probably noticed I'm reading a bunch of books right now, and the main one that I want to talk about that I know I'm going to finish in October is Rebecca. And I've been planning to read this one in October, like all year, and have just been really looking forward to it. And right now I'm maybe 3/4 of the way done with it, and I'm planning to finish it maybe today or tomorrow, depending on my time. So I just am absolutely loving this book so much. Like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a new favorite all-time book. I don't know if it'll replace Wuthering Heights at the top, but it'll be in that group. The writing is just so beautiful, and the storytelling is just so well done. It's just slightly creepy that just kind of gets more and more in your face. And I can't really say too much more about it because I haven't finished it, but I'm just loving it so much, and I'm so glad. And I already just want to reread it and like highlight my favorite lines and underline everything. And I'm pretty sure I will be doing a separate video just on this book once I finish it, so you can look forward to that. For now, I will just say, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words about this book because I just love it so much. There is one other book that I'm reading right now that I plan to finish before the end of October, but I'm not very far through it, so I can't really say too much about it, but that is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. And it's a creepy book, I guess. It's just barely starting to get into the actual creepiness. The first chapter or prologue or whatever definitely has some scary things in it, but then it's pretty chill for a while. But the next chapter that I just started, I think it's gonna kick it up a notch. So we'll see. I don't know if I like it yet or not. I will probably just talk about that one in my November wrap-up instead of this one. So that's been my October of reading. I was really hoping to read Jane Eyre, but then ironically, I guess, because I wasn't enjoying the Glasstown game very much, it took me a while to get through that one. But hopefully I will get to it in November because I do really want to reread it. So that's all for this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.